Yes, I will look at that and read it all in a second, Carol. Good morning to you. Good morning, Tina. Well, let me just share this out real fast, and then I will get on with my my Sunday of what day? Today's Friday. My Friday edition of the Rant. How you doing this morning? I would have went hunting today, Carol. I really wanted to, but it's starting to rain here, and it is raining out where I hunt already. So I really didn't feel like sitting in the rain, and then it's going to rain here all day. Dawn does not want the deer brought in the house if I got one to butcher it, ticks and stuff. So she wanted me to do it out in front of my shop area. My shop I can't do it in because it's kind of like my office. So I'm not butchering out in the rain either. So Monday's always good. This is a nice rest to recharge everything. I'll go back on a Monday and take care of business. So, this is what happened yesterday. There's two bitches out there. Real big bitches. Oh, hold on a second. Give me a second. I forgot something. Can't believe I forgot. I'm still with you guys. Part of it's gone, so I'll just have to use the one part that I have. Yeah, here we go. Hello, Dirty Rotten. Ron. Oh, I can't even eat now. How do you eat when you do this? How do you do this shit? So, two big bitches out there. One is Miss Canadian Scrapper. I don't give a fuck no more. I'm naming names. The other one is Southern Belle. So I joined a couple of live streams yesterday where they just started doing shit. Starting shit because they got no backbone. Good morning, Deidre. Good morning, Em. In one of the live streams, I got timed out by the bitch Southern Belle. Seriously? I gotta take this off. I don't know how you do this. By Southern Belle timed my ass out and said it was my cat. Bullshit. It was your fat finger that did it. You know what you're doing. Stop playing the game. Everybody who thinks Southern Belle is this innocent woman that cares about everybody, she cares about nobody but her fucking self. You don't understand the real Southern Belle. And as far as Canadian Scrapper, you're full of it, bitch. You're full of it. I am so sick and tired of it. You're sitting there going, oh, why are you going to make rant videos? What are you, 2? Grow up. What are you, 2? Take the fucking mask off. What do you got to hide? How can anybody trust your ass when you hide behind a mask? Yeah, I'm pretty mad because then they started trouble with, because I asked a legitimate question in this live stream I was at. And Southern Belle, the shit stirrer, started saying, oh, JJ, are you poking fun at the host? I don't want to say the host's name. I don't want to do that. Are you poking fun at her? It was a legitimate question, bitch. Just because you can't think of anything intelligent to ask, don't go blaming me for it. Oh, let's be friends. Oh, we're not 2 years old. Why make rant videos? Just let it go. I let things go. It's when you open your fat ass mouth. That's when I will come back at you. Buddy, my brother, right? Take the mask off. What you hiding? I can't stand people. I'm telling you, I will call anybody out from now on that's got a problem, that don't keep their damn mouth shut. And you're going to say that I'm full of it. Other people that are in this chat that were there are full of it. I'm not dragging nobody in. I don't want to do that. This is my thing. But you both are two bitches that are made for each other. Why don't you grow some balls? Oh, you already have them, I'm sure. You do. I'm sure you do, Canadian. I do. Yes, you got them, Canadian scrapper. It's a bunch of shit. Why don't you grow some and take the mask off and let everybody see what you really look like instead of hiding behind something? And Southern Belle, shut your fucking mouth. You ain't nothing but a piece of shit. You ain't no good supporter. I know damn well you got other accounts. And just listen, just because you don't make a rant video and you have your Google Hangout meeting, which I know about because I got people in there too. Who? You'll know. You'll never know, Mr. Canadian Scrapper. So you start shit over there and you have all your people running around. Go look out for JJ. Go look out for JJ. If you get him, give him a thumbs down. Say something to get him started. I know what the deal is. I have ears. I have people that I trust that maybe you should, that are close to you. Oh, it's lovely. It's a bunch of crap. You know, I stop. Please, and you and your hags. I know your hags are all over the place. Your hags are going into places that I'm at to try to start things. I know. Stay in Canada, where you are. Southern Belle, stay in Georgia, where you are. We don't need you here. You two can go streams and have only you two in there because neither one of you are good supporters or can be trusted. I don't do things behind the scenes, unlike yourself. Yeah, it's got the skull on it too, MD, with a cowboy hat. So, ending word to this because I am not going to drag. I'll spend 10 minutes on your ass, maybe. Canadian Scrapper, Southern Belle, you can go fuck yourself and stay out of my life. As long as you keep your fat ass mouth shut, you won't hear from me. I'm not going around on your streams and saying shit to you. I'm not going around in other streams and finding where you are and saying things to you. Shut your fucking mouth. Okay? Thank you very much for joining me. Peace and love to all. Well, you get the other asshole who will just sit there on her couch with her head back. Oh yeah, and Southern Belle, stop lying. You're not bringing kids donuts today. Your fat ass is eating every one of them yourself. Bye, fuckers. Hey guys, how you doing? Thanks for letting me go on with that. And that ends the rant section of this stream. So yeah, I could not hunt today, guys. Well, let me say hello to people out here first. Let's see who's here. Dirty Rotten, M, Carol, Sweet Girl, MD, Deidre, Snobby, didn't know you were there, Tina, Dusty, hello. Yeah, you got 20 people in here, and half of them are polar ice. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I don't take no crap. I'm like Pops over there. And Mom. Mom's the Chihuahua the Chihuahua. Smokey. Good morning, Governor. Hello. Reaper. Hello. That's all. Did you sneak in here? Well, you can go back and read and watch the very beginning, Mess Hall. It's only about from the beginning, about 10 minutes long. Nothing, extravagant, but it tells the story. But yeah, I wanted to go hunting, but I couldn't. I couldn't. Monday will be it because I'm not going out on the weekend with all these knuckleheads out there. I'll go back out on Monday. It'll be a nice time to recharge everything, get a few things done around the house, help Mama Dawn shop for Thanksgiving. So yeah, Snobby, ain't you fishing today? What's up, Ron? How you been? Oh, anybody want to join? You can. It's raining too. All right. Yeah, I woke up this morning, seen it was raining here. I looked on the Weather Channel to find out in that area, and it was pouring there. So I wasn't even gonna risk it. Does it? You like when I do that, sweet? Yeah, I can get pretty mad. Yeah, as far as now, it's supposed to be 46 degrees and partly cloudy on Monday. So that's good because the morning hours when I'm out there, the early morning, it'll be chilly and it'll start warming up. So. Yeah. All the New York accent really comes out then, right, sweets? Mike J, hello. Good to see you. Sorry if I didn't see you sneak in at first. $50? Yeah, see. I mean, I guess deer move no matter what, right? Everybody's got that thing in their head. Well, if it's cold, they'll move more. They move. They got to eat. I mean, I see them out when I'm turkey hunting. It ain't no 20 degrees out, and they're still moving around. I don't mind snow if I'm, I don't shovel no more. I just won't do it. So I don't mind it then. I mean, I'll shovel my walkway, but the sidewalk, I am not shoveling because every time we do that, I throw all the snow up on my property. But every time I do that, then the plow comes down and puts all the snow right back up from the street on the sidewalk. Why am I bothering? Yeah, we know what you meant, Reaper. Exactly. It all goes about their eating habits, where their food is. I just wish we could, plant some like brassica or something on public land, but we're not allowed to. Maybe soybeans or something. But yeah. Snobby, you weren't scheduling a live today, were you? Because if you wanted to go live, I'll end this. We'll go by you if you wanted that. You want to collect hours. I got mine, so I'm all right. No, we can't bait for deer either. Very strict here. Cannot bait. Bait for nothing. I mean, you can put out if you're trapping and stuff, but that's to draw them in. But no, we can't do nothing. And there's the thing I don't understand it in the stores they sell this stuff, like all the granule stuff or whatever. Yeah, I don't understand if it's illegal here. Then why the hell do you sell it here? Dirty Rotten. That is my Facebook Messenger notification. Kind of funny, right? Come on, you remember back in the day? It used to be hello. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Okay, good. I didn't want to step on your toes, brother. Home team. Me and Messall, home team. Me and Dusty, home team. You know what I'm saying? The family's doing good. Hey, I was happy to see your daughter in here. I mean, granted, first time she come into my live stream, it was the beginning of that. But I think she got it. I do think she got it. Thumbs up, Polar Ice. You can't do that. You cannot do anything at all about feeding. You can't. I mean, it has to be natural. Like if you're on a property that or buy a house that has apple trees, or you plant an apple tree, something like that is okay. But you can't go out there in your backyard and start throwing, corn and whatever on the ground. No, you can make a food plot on private property, which will draw them in. So that's a little different. You can do that. I think I got that, Dusty. I think I can see that. I see that. But yeah, you can't just you can't put corn out there. No. Crack corn, crack corn. Anything that they're gonna, and there are some states that you can put out corn or these mineral stuff, these mineral licks or whatever, salt licks, until a week before hunting season. But not New York. Messall, you at work? You going to work? What's up? Answer me, brother. Answer me. Come on. What are you doing? They want to make sure here that the deer have a fair chance. I mean, they want that in every state, and I don't know if I would bait anyway, because I think that's cheating. They're coming in to a specific pile and eating just for you to, I happen to think, I don't look down on anybody that does it. I don't judge anybody for that, but for me, I wouldn't do that. There she is. Hey, I gotta knight you because you're family. There you go. And nobody can mess with you. Because, you got to watch out. People just block people for no reason and time them out. Yeah, so I wouldn't do it myself, I don't think. And maybe I'm just saying that because I can't here. Maybe I would if I had the opportunity. Yeah, different folks, different strokes, different folks. Yeah, whatever works for somebody. I don't know. Like I said, if I was able to do it, maybe I would. Especially when it gets late in the season. Yeah, it is true. It's like trapping a deer. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, see that? Yeah, that's why I figured Maryland. I have a friend over there. Maybe you should check him out. MD, not a personal friend, but a YouTube friend that I talk to a bunch of times. It's Whitetail Outdoor Obsession. Whitetail Obsession Outdoors. Woo. Dave's an awesome guy. You should check him out because he does a lot of deer hunting and he's smart up here with it. He can do a lot of food plots, which he does. He has a lot of videos on that. Yeah, 500 yards. I've listen. I don't even think I can make a 500-yard shot to begin with, but I don't even have that opportunity because the woods are so thick here. All right, Polar Ice. You take care. Thank you for coming in. I don't even think I can get anything over 75-yard shot. Yeah. Whitetail Obsession Outdoors, MD. Dave is his name. Awesome guy. Looks like I got to spray my chair down. Hey, Snobby. I appreciate y'all letting me do that little rant. I know people are, they're getting tired of stuff, but I don't hide nothing. Yes, I want to explain because I saw somebody else going through a little bit of a problem yesterday with taking the wrench away from some people. Don't anybody take it personal. I didn't take this wrench away or take that wrench away or leave this wrench for any particular reason. I just took some away because there are problems going around. I'm going to rebuild again and get more. It's just something that's I'm protecting myself. She digs. Good morning. So don't take it personal if you came back in here and you saw you didn't have a wrench. It has nothing to do with whether I like you or not. It's just I had to get rid of some and just, and it was random. Yeah, that's about it. about 75 to maybe 100 yards. And I think I'm pushing it at that. My last deer that I got was like 40 yards. There is so many freaking pine trees out there. That's why the spot that I picked this year I thought was pretty good, because I had three corridors that were pretty much open that I could get a shot off. But but it's still, I got till December 8th, so aim on a Q. Yeah. That's what people were saying in the stream that I was at yesterday. Oh my God, you took it away. What did I do? Now you're going to block me, and that's bullshit. I'm like, come on. I think people take that wrench a little too far. I mean, I don't care if I'm a wrench or not. Well, I guess I should care, because you could just get timed out by a cat. A cat. Which I heard is feral and lives outside. So how the fuck did that happen? Yeah. They are soft. You're right. Everybody gets butt hurt over every little thing. Every little thing. It's amazing. I only get mad when I get, when I feel like I have a legitimate reason. You took my wrench away. I'm not going to hate you for it. I'm not going to be upset. It's your channel. I come here to support you. That's how I feel about it. Good morning, Carolyn. How are you? Let me just check it out. I haven't looked at his profile in a while. And he also has that's on Facebook and YouTube. So he's on both. Are you looking on YouTube or Facebook, MD? The way things are going with YouTube, a lot of us may not have channels. I don't read into that too much, Carol. I think you'll be fine. I think it's damn. It will. I think everybody's gonna be fine. It's just rumors going around. Slow and steady today. That's good, Carol. What did I say? Oh yes. If you're looking on YouTube, yes, it's a red four wheeler. Okay, yeah, it's the red one. He does a lot of lives, and let me tell you, and if you comment on his video, he's got like 10,000 subscribers, or 11,000. I was with him when he had 2,000, I believe, and he's grown fast, and he answers everybody's comment faithfully, religiously, every channel. Yeah, I won a hat, a shirt, and a Spy Point trail camera off of his thing for hitting, I think it was 5,000 subscribers. He's awesome. I used to go into him all the time. Now it's a little bit, different, because I got my own thing going. I'll stop in there, though, and he knows who I am. So if you just tell him, he'll treat you good. Tell him you know me. I'm not trying to give myself a shameless, boost there, but Yeah. Hey, D Wild. Hello. Um, I honestly talked to someone from YouTube, Carol, and if you're worried about this whole child friendly thing, don't be. Just go over and switch it to not kid friendly, and your channel should be fine. I didn't hear anything about the whole, oh, we're going to get rid of channels that don't make us money, because you do. You do make them because you're drawing people in. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, you're still drawing people in. So you're not monetized. That's okay. Not everybody wants to be monetized or will get monetized. It's just the FCC or the FTC, whatever the hell it is coming down on all social media, and YouTube has to comply with it. Otherwise, they will get shut down as a whole. It's not just channels; everything will be shut down. So they have to protect themselves, which essentially helps us later on anyway, because you can't literally keep kids out of your channel because they'll make a fake account with a fake birthday and everything. But as long as you have that covered and put it under not child safety, not child friendly, you'll be okay because it's already there. You're doing what you have to do to protect your channel. Can you send me a message on WhatsApp? I'm using another phone. Yeah, I sure can. There you go. So I really don't think you're going to have to worry too much. I'll talk to you about it some more. Fishing Stripes, good morning. And Dusty, I don't know if you checked, but I put WhatsApp on Dawn's thing. Now, I sent you a message, but it came back and said it was undeliverable. I don't know if Snobby gave me the wrong number or was I supposed to put that plus sign before it? I don't know. Yeah, it's a business. That's the whole thing. Everybody has to think of it. They're running a business. They're not just doing this for the hell of it. And we get this done. We get to come up here and hang out with people all the time and make videos and have the potential to make money. It's not costing us a dime. Everybody should just be happy for what we got right now. Yes, if they don't comply, they will get fined, which will come down on the creator. Then is what I heard. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I have to check it again when she comes home later. I think maybe you went through on mine because I added you on WhatsApp. Hope you don't mind, Snobby. Yeah, he's going to have to send me the number again just in case it was wrong. I don't know why it wouldn't go through because his went through right away. YouTube is a great thing for us. Come on. If it wasn't, would you be here? Would you be enjoying this? Good morning, Ali Mac. Tina. Sorry if I didn't say hello to you guys. I'm just, my head was in the clouds earlier, and then I go on a stint here, and, All right, got it, Snobby. Yeah, I mean, it's going to hit all social media. So it's anywhere you go, it's going to be there where you have to protect yourself. And these kids are left to their own devices. Do I agree with everything that's going on? No, because I have my kids. Why should I parent all these other kids and worry about what they're doing? That should be taken care of by their parents. You know? Yeah, I ain't paying nothing either. No way. Well, yeah, there's millions and millions and millions of people. Small town dives. Hello. Johnny Five. How you doing, buddy? You just want to protect yourself. I mean, do you want a 9-year-old kid searching your thing and all of a sudden you put, some kind of video that he shouldn't really be seeing and you getting in trouble? So if you put that not kid friendly on, you'll be okay. I mean, I think that's a good thing. Maybe it's just me. Rain is the worst. Yes. I wouldn't be sitting here right now if it was sunny out. Yeah, maniac. I know. I wouldn't be, like I said, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. Damn dogs. Yeah, I wouldn't be sitting here right now if it wasn't raining. Because I had a good feeling about this morning. But that's all right. Yes, but Mama Q, you monitor what your kids watch. I don't know, as far as putting an age restriction on for when you get monetized, that could be a problem because they won't monetize that and it will make the process longer. So that's why I think they're giving you the option to put not kid friendly. And there is an option to do each video on your own. But I know I would forget, so I just did it automatically where everybody knows. Hey, Koontz, what's up? Yeah, I heard you yesterday, Maniac. I got the same problem. Haven't seen much at all. Really, nothing where I've been sitting. On the road, yeah. I drove past a nice, I think it was an 8 point, 6 point maybe, buck the other day. He was just sitting on the road and he stuck his tongue out as I drove by. Crazy. Yeah, exactly. If they would just do what they want and not give the kid the device to keep them occupied because you're too lazy to watch them. You know what I'm saying? If they want to watch them, fine. Put on freaking Blue's Clues or something. And I had many of those as a kid, Reaper. Can't do that today, though. What's up, cod fishing? All right. When she gets home, then I will try it again. And then when I get off here, I'll try it on mine and send you a message and see if you got it. Yeah, that's the whole thing. I was just complaining about that the other day, Maniac, saying that I think these DEC or whatever it's called by you, DNR, I think they should flip flop the seasons a little. Make gun season the start of the season and put bow hunting later on. Just flip flop it every year or make it open hunting, whatever you want to use. Because these deer learn and they go nocturnal. Nobody will ever change my mind about that. Yeah, the recommendation thing could be a problem, MD. I get that. All right, Snobby, do me a favor. WhatsApp me Dusty's number the exact way it's supposed to be sent, and I'll try it after. All right, Mama Q. And I also heard not this is just out in YouTube land. I don't know how true it is. I'm not spreading the rumor. Just something I heard that they're taking these family vlogging channels off of regular YouTube and putting them on kids' YouTube because they got all their kids in there all the time. I think if the parent owns the channel, they should be able to film their kids because they're there with their kids. They're monitoring what comments are there. You don't need somebody else to monitor that because I've seen comments shut off of these channels too. And I mean, come on, we all grew up with crazy stuff. I think I grew up just fine. I remember running around the place with freaking play guns and everything and having fun with them, playing cops and robbers. You can't even do that now. It said that yesterday after school, a crossing guard and a seventh grader got hit by a car. They're both okay, minor injuries, but damn, people are nuts. Yep. Heck, my kids watch Dragon Ball Z. Look at the cartoons we used to watch. Whoever's in my age group, look at the cartoons we used to watch. Bugs Bunny sitting there smoking a cigar, or Heckle and Jekyll shooting each other. The Coyote and Beep Beep, the Roadrunner, dropping anvils on each other. Come on, really? It's definitely true small town. It's I don't have a thought in my head why it bothers so many people these days. Captain Caveman. Yeah, I loved Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman. There were so many. They don't show half of that stuff now because it's not cool for kids to watch it. Pepe Le Pew, yeah. Yeah. Exactly, Maniac. Crazy. I mean, now it's you want to censor some things. How about censoring games, video games? I mean, you go around murdering people and running people over with vehicles and stuff. Kids are playing that all the time. Maybe that's where the problem is stemming from. I mean, what do we, most of all we played? A couple of Italian guys running around uh, eating mushrooms so they can get big, or a big gorilla throwing barrels at us. It was no big deal. And the thing is that we grew up, we're the parents of these kids that are having the problem. We know how it should be, so it should be easy. But that's our age. You got those millennials now that free willing, and everything bothers them. Ren and Stimpy, Ren and Stimpy. There used to be a freaking show. What was it? Cat Dog. Half the body was a cat and half the body was a dog. Yes, I used to play Red Dead 2, the first one. That's what I used to play that all the time. But you go around killing people. Especially if you're in multiplayer. Yeah, fire, fire, fire. I mean, come on. There was so many things, jumping out of airplane and falling flat on on the ground with some of these cartoons that we grew up to. It didn't affect us. Why is this censorship so big now? Why? Because you got bleeding heart people all over the place. Or the superhero cartoons and Superman standing there with his chest out and bullets flying off his chest or whatever. You can't do that no more. You can't show that stuff. Yes, I know they put the age restriction on the box itself. And it doesn't matter. Parents buy it for the kids and whatever because, it's the biggest thing going around now. So, but we can sit here and complain about that all we want. And we'll never get an answer about it, though, because, well, it's just the way the world is now. Good morning, Crazy Ann. I think kids, if they want to have a cell phone, they should get like a flip phone or something. That's what parents should give them. Don't give them these smartphones. Because you can't keep. I know you can't keep your eye on everything they watch. I mean, there's apps out there that you can, watch what they're downloading, what they're watching. You can see all that from your phone. But listen, Ashley got a phone at 9 years old. It was to help her because she's slightly dyslexic, so it helped her catch up on reading because she was doing a lot of reading on there. It was more interactive for her. But I gave all my kids phones so I can keep in contact with them. I can't imagine the feeling my parents had when I used to go out, and if I was late, what were they thinking? At least I can contact them all the time. That's the only reason why they got phones at a young age. I want to know where they were. Exactly, Smokey. What? Guys, do not eat Tide Pods. They're no good for you. And those are older kids, college kids. What the hell are you going to college for? Anybody's allowed to join today because we're a loving channel. Nothing but love here, and except for the first 10 minutes of my stream. Allie and Tina, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Thank you.
I was going crazy not being able to talk. So, in my opinion, I feel like YouTube is actually a really good outlet for kids if you're not a lazy parent. There's some really good channels, like creative channels, learning channels that are actually beneficial for my children to watch, and that's what I do let them watch. But you have to, you can't be complacent in it. And if you're going to be the parent that's going to give them a tablet or a cell phone, or we just watch it on the TV. That way I can kind of, if they're in the living room watching it, I can hear exactly what's going on. If I'm not in there. But you have to actively pay attention to them if you're going to give them these devices. You can't just throw them a cell phone and be like, okay, there you go.
Yeah,
Like
that's the lazy way of doing it.
You have to, like, I have Family Link set up on my phone. So every time Ariana or Kaylee subscribes to a channel, every time they like download it just at like a game app, like if they download a coloring game or whatever it may be, I get alerted. Ariana has Messenger to where she can talk to my family that lives out of state. And if for some reason she got mad at somebody or were to block them, or if she wants to add somebody, I get alerted for all that. And I pay attention to it because I'm the one that's letting her, hi Maniac, I'm the one that's letting her have that access. And I feel like in school alone, they have, her teacher they have iPads, they have access to the stuff, not just at, home, but at school, and they go on YouTube at school. The teachers are monitoring, you're monitoring it. We live in an age where it is electronic.
The one thing I cannot complain about my school district is they have all the social media sites blocked. You can't go through their Wi-Fi and go online, for that. Except, you can text and everything. You can't stop that one, but yeah.
I just see Snobby's comment. You don't have to use it, Snobby. I was just proving a point that I can make sophisticated freaking. But yeah, and as far as like the cartoons and the this and the that, they're concerned about the cartoons that they're watching and all this. But my concern is the commercials. Like, they have like a lot of the commercials now are so adult based. Like, you're worried about the cartoons your kids are watching. You can't even put on regular TV without some kind of sexual innuendo in a freaking commercial. Hi, MD.
Yeah, it's been a sad hunting season so far.
Yep.
Well, you met Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry.
I haven't even really been able to get out that much. It's just things are crazy at work. We've had a couple people quit and everything, so I'm at work a lot. And then today's the first day I was able to go out this week, and then they told me it was going to rain all day. So,
yeah,
what the hell?
I thought today was going to be JJ's day, and then it rains.
Yeah, and I said it already that I wasn't going to do my day, plan my day out according to what the weatherman says, because they're always wrong. But it looks terrible out, and they said it was already raining out there. So I was like, you know what? Screw it.
Yep, I hadn't even planned on going out. I planned on sleeping in, and wouldn't you know it, my freaking phone rung and work called me anyways. Oh, you don't need to come in, but our new boss is a new boss, so she's constantly calling me to ask me what to do. But
frustrating.
Yeah, I think I showed you the picture of that deer that came out where I was hunting, right?
Yeah.
There's that big one, which I've studied it, and he's either 8 or 10 points. But he's not the only one coming out. There's also, I put that cam on video, and this nice, decent size 6-pointer walked like within 5 feet of the camera. And there's a spike horn right there, but they're all coming out at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It's like,
I thought deer were nocturnal.
Sort of.
But they will do a lot more traveling and eating at night during hunting season, it seems like, because they know what's going on. They're not really, they're not stupid enough to say, hey, let's go to the same spot, early in the morning. They will move. You can't say they won't move around during the day, but they're smarter about it.
They're definitely smarter about it.
But yeah, not only is it raining today, but it's freaking 40 degrees out.
Yeah, I don't even know. We gotta run errands. So I'm doing my makeup before we go. Jasmine's gotta go sign those papers at 10:30.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, they're wood ninjas. Yeah.
I love her, but I'm not ready for teenagers. Oh my god.
Teenagers are the best. You get free labor out of them.
Oh no. Yeah, if only that were true. Teenagers are you don't get free labor out of teenagers. Teenagers eat all your food and like complain about everything and yeah. Well, I don't think my girls are gonna be like that though.
Yeah, it's going to be in the mid 40s all for the next 5 or 6 days, they said.
40s isn't bad because it's been in like the
It's not
30s
so,
and 20s.
yeah, it's not so bad for me. But I still think it doesn't matter if it's, 80 degrees or what. They're accustomed to where they live and they'll move around to eat. They got to eat. So they'll move around, but it's just, the timing now.
But the problem is if you can't shoot before sunrise, I mean that's the biggest issue.
See you later, small town. Yeah, because that's again, you don't know what you're gonna. I glassed a deer at about 6:15, where it's still dark out, and I couldn't really tell what it was. I'm not going to shoot something like that, and risk it being, a hunter or something.
Because yeah, your off chance it would be Mike in a reindeer hat, and then what you gonna do?
Yeah.
You can't shoot until sunrise, JJ?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We can shoot 1/2 hour before and a half hour after.
I got to look. I think I have something like that. I think it's almost the same here because it's still that twilight era,
Yeah.
time of day. So I think you can. I know we can for turkey. I haven't looked at it for deer though. I'm thinking the same thing though.
Turkey. I'm be thinking about you the whole time.
Hey, Paula. Okay, didn't know that was you. DIY her. Nice.
Look at lashes. Is that Alicia's
Yeah.
channel? She changed the name.
She's on Alicia's tablet. Yeah, stock up on chocolate bars.
Yeah, I got 2 girls. I'm not even ready for all that. Oh, darn, Smokey. I know I'm just now getting back to the chat. Joys of trying to do makeup. Jesus.
Oh.
I actually don't think it's raining here.
Well, I finally got my new snowblower.
Did you?
Yeah, and we got no snow. So, which is fine with me.
Paula Ice, thank you. I appreciate that. I will have one on you today. Yes, I will.
My oldest is 9. Coons. I got 2 girls, 9 and 5.
Yeah. Mine are grown and gone and giving me grandbabies. So.
Hey, Paula.
Hi, Paula. It was so nice to be in here. It was so nice to be in here this morning. I really miss your streams a lot. Because it was like part of my routine, get up. During the summer it was fine, because I wasn't up early, but when school started back, I'm like, where's Paula?
Yeah, she's like my first morning stream that I used to go into constantly. I loved going there. I still do.
Me too. I think I hit Nerd in the North first because he's like super early, like 4 a.m. if I'm up that early, and then I go into Paula's and then here. I only usually get into Nerds though if I'm like that's one of the times where I don't sleep because I'm not up at 4 unless.
Yeah, I was gonna do a coffee chat this morning because I figured people are wondering where the hell I am, and see JJ was on. I said, "Well, it's raining there too."
That's something I do. I ask Google every morning about the weather here and then where I hunt because it's a different town.
Yeah.
And as soon as they said it was going to rain here, I went over to the town I was at, and they said rain all day. I'm like, God damn.
So did you wake up at 2 a.m. or did you?
No, I've decided not to go out, wake up that early because I'm sitting in the woods now 3 hours. And it was just, that's too much. So I was waking up the last time I went out, I got up at 5:30 or 5 o'clock, 5 or 5:30. And that way I was in the woods at no later than like a quarter after 6. So I only had to wait like 45 minutes before the sun came up.
Yeah, because I mean you're wasting your time if you're out there. You can't shoot. It's cold.
Well, the idea that I got in my head to get out there early is just so I don't disturb them if they decide to move early. Because I did that last year, and I decided to go in later, and I was walking in, and I spooked a doe. And once you spook them and they're running, there's really no shot. There's no chance of getting a good shot at them. So, for me anyway. I have not seen any deer yet, Paula. In the woods, anyway. On the road, side of the road, yeah, but nothing in the woods yet.
Yeah, this piece of woods that I hunt every night, my wife comes home and tells me that doe was out there again because it's the same piece of woods. It's another road, but it's the same piece of woods. Every night there's a doe standing beside the road when she comes through. It's crossing over into the field that's there, and they're out there. They're just sneaky little bastards.
Yeah.
I read this. I was reading this article about this hunter that he came across a 10-point buck and he monitored it for like 6 years, and when he shot it, it was like 17 points. 17-point buck. He monitored it for like over 6 years though. Like, you think of the dedication to keep up the same deer for 6 freaking years?
No.
No. See, and again, I don't agree with people that do that because mostly people that do that are on private land, so you can pretty much say that hopefully that the deer will be safe. But for public land, if I let something go, there's going to be another hunter somewhere else that's going to get it. So I'm not letting it go.
I think that's only possible on private land. Like I was telling you, my aunt, she has private land, and
yeah, but even then you can't guarantee it because it's not like, we're up in the Northeast. We don't have those places where people own 2,000-3,000 acres of land. So private land up around here is 30, 40 acres max. I mean, you have a few people that might own 100 or a couple hundred acres, but even at that point, those deer are moving. They're not going to stay on that couple hundred acres. Yeah. You can get there's a chance that they're going to go over somewhere else and get blasted. So you see it, shoot it. And plus, I'm not a sport hunter. That's why I only actually hunt every couple of years. I go out when I get the hankering for some venison, and if it's got horns, I shoot it because I just want the meat. So I'm not out there to trophy hunt. It'd be nice to shoot a trophy, but I was telling you about those 2 deer. If that 8 or 10 pointer and that 6-pointer was standing right side by side. That 6-pointer is probably about 50 pounds lighter, I would say, by the size of them. Of that 10, I'd shoot the 6-pointer first because the meat's going to be better.
Mm-hmm.
Although just once I'd like to put a rack up on my wall that I've shot. So it'd be kind of nice. But
Yeah.
because you see that, well, you can't today because it's dark, but all those deer behind me. I mean, that one deer behind me's got the nice big rack. This is usually what I shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, Mike, what WTF Mike was making fun of this one. This was my first deer. This is the rock. It was just a
little spike.
spike, yeah. Well, he told me I should put it on a cat skull for fangs. But yeah, I'm not passing anything up on the first day that I would shoot on the last day. I'm not a trophy hunter, but yes, a big rack to put up on the wall would be nice. But
Just once so I can say, yep, I shot that deer. But let's see. This was my first deer.
Uh-huh.
JJ wants something nice to put up there next to those turkeys, so Jack will shut up.
And this was my deer. And this was my last deer. And to be honest, the other ones I've shot have been does. So
RV Lucky, hello.
My aunt and uncle, they only own a few acres, but there are a ton of deer that they kind of stay in that. I think they just kind of live in that area and they come back to it.
You know, thanks. That kind of just kicked into my head too. Because I took my game cams down because there's no point in leaving them out there. I know when they're coming out now. So I'm thinking about putting my game cam right out back of my house to see what time of day they're coming out there, because they are coming out. You can see where they come out, and they've been bedding down sometimes at night and stuff. Kind of curious when they're coming out there. And
Yeah,
I own a little over 2 acres, so
that's exactly what I do, Kuntz. Reap what you sow. Hello. Jack the Lad. What's up, buddy?
Yep, that's me too, Coons. That's why people say, "Are you a hunter?" And I say, "Well, I hunt, but I'm not a hunter because I don't deer hunt every year either. Especially if I get one. Then usually, if I get one, I'll go a couple 3 years before I go hunting again. I ain't gonna get one this year, so I'll probably go hunting again next year. But depends. I mean, my brother got one the first day, so I may, he's give me a couple steaks. I may eat them up, and it might cure my hankering for venison. Who knows? But I don't know. I love venison, but everybody's seen that meat I bought, and the other night I barbecued up the first of the filet mignon. Oh my God. I think that was better than venison.
Nah.
Oh, I don't know. I grilled that up on the grill up to a nice.
But you can just go buy some filet mignon from the store. You can't do that with no deer steak.
No, but I live in Maine, so if I really want venison, I don't have to hunt for it. I can just go to most of my friends and say, "Hey, give me a couple steaks." Because they all
have
every year.
family.
No, I love filet mignon. That's my top steak. But if you put a filet mignon and a deer steak up, I'll take the deer steak all the time.
Well,
because I don't eat it as much.
If you put a filet mignon there, and then you put, I call them silver dollar steaks. It's basically the filet mignon of the deer steak, the tenderloin. And I call them silver dollar steaks. Yeah, I'd probably choose the deer tenderloin over the filet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I tell you what, that stuff I cooked up the other night, I literally cut it with a fork. It was just, it was awesome.
Paula, have you ever had the tenderloin from a deer? It's on the inside of the ribs on top. I cut them out first. I won't even freeze them. I won't package them or nothing. I cook them right away just to keep them as fresh as I can. Back straps, don't get me wrong, are awesome. But if you haven't had the tenderloin, oh my Lord.
It basically is, for those that don't know, filet mignon. That's what it is. It's just from a deer and not a cow.
That took forever. Yeah, now I just like don't want to look at my face.
And this year, my brother was like, "Oh, my deer's really gamey." Well, it's gonna be this year because it ain't cold enough. You really can't hang them for the 3 or 4 days to let them,
Tina.
to let them drain out. So, at the most, you'd want to let them hang overnight.
Yeah, Paula, if you get a chance and you can get your hands on somebody who has the tenderloins, try them. Let me know what you think of that.
Yeah.
You can't beat it. Oh,
I'm gonna message my cousin and tell her if she gets a deer, I want some damn deer drink.
my cat almost jumped on my phone and timed someone out.
The tenderloin is also the only part of a bear that I will eat.
I've never had bear.
Oh, and that is awesome too. The rest of the meat, to me, it tastes skunky. But the fillets out of a bear are awesome too.
Yeah, I've never had bear meat.
What are you doing? You're stepping all over my freaking keyboard. Hey. All right, get out of here.
Is that the cat?
Yeah, get out of here. Go.
And the backstrap from a bear ain't bad either, but when you get into the rest of the meat, it's really, really, it's like slaughtering an old hog and trying to make pork chops out of it. It's nasty.
That's something I really want to do is hunt pig. I need to hunt some pigs. I heard Georgia's got some massive pigs down there.
I'd like to, but we don't have them around here. I mean, I could go up next door to the farm and sit in the field and shoot one of his when it gets out, but
JJ, it's not nice to make me laugh when I'm trying not to.
Yep, I'd like to hunt a pig. I'd like to hunt an elk and a mule deer.
Yeah. I'd like to hunt a moose. It's just, you know what? I'd be afraid because my luck, I'd get some big bull. And how the hell am I going to get that thing out of the woods? I know you got to quarter it all there, but damn.
Up here in Maine, you have your hunting license, okay? And then you have an alternate person that you take with you that they actually hunt off of your license. They have to be in the same vicinity as you. And then you don't go moose hunting unless you have 3 or 4 people with you. And you have to, basically, you cut its head off and then you quarter it out and you do everything right there in the field.
Yeah.
And then take it with you because there's nothing saying that it has to be weighed up, but you quarter it and take all your meat right there in the field. Take the head with you because the head is proof of sex.
Well, I apparently didn't know that you could even hunt moose until like MD and freaking JJ told me, and I felt like an idiot. I thought they were like protected or something. It's not fair. I don't think you should be able to shoot.
No, you just can't go out. It's a lottery to win those tickets too.
Yep.
Because I was watching was it something on Animal Planet, and they were like arresting these people for shooting moose. So I'm like, well, I just assumed that it was illegal.
Well, they probably did it out of season, or they didn't have a ticket for it.
Yeah, and I can see in some states, like New York probably doesn't have a lot of moose, right?
No, none at all, really.
But up here in Maine, we have a ton of them, and we have a hunting season. It's a lottery.
Shut up, bugger.
But it is a lottery. You got 500, or no, they actually changed that recently.
Good morning, Passion.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's Bumble?
But
He's good. He's taking the meds again.
Hi,
That's
Passion.
awesome.
Hello.
All right,
We'll
Coons.
stay for
Have a good
10
breakfast.
minutes and then I'm
They're switching
Good.
my schedule at work now.
Bye, Coon.
I'm going to a rotating schedule. And so now what it'll be is I'll be working Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off.
You're hurting my brain, maniac. Too
So
early.
basically, I work a week and then I have a week off.
Nice. Hey, MD. Hey, just living.
Yeah, the Adirondacks has some moose up there, but nothing down here. No elk, no pigs.
Hey, Dusty.
I think that they ought to take and do some of that trading. You know, go to a place that's got elk and no
Yes,
moose
Booger.
and do like they did with the turkeys and stuff. Trade some moose for some elk and get some elk up here but then again it would ruin the habitat for the deer, and they look at that too. Maine has thought about doing a trade with some parts of Canada and bringing the caribou back to Maine though, because
Good night, Paula.
Maine used to have caribou in it up until the 1940s. I guess we had caribou here, and then they moved out or got hunted out or whatever. And so there has been talk about doing a trade and getting some caribou back down in this area.
See you later, Paula.
Reaper, that's MD's nickname for me, Moon Pie, and I call him Booger.
That'd be a rack to have on the wall, wouldn't it, a caribou?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
And we could really tell the kids, though, I'm going out and hunting for Rudolph.
Good night, Paula. Much love. Yeah, I'll be here till 8, and then I'm going to wake Derek up so we can get moving and get everything done. Or we got to go
You'll
sign
be here till
papers.
9. You won't want to get up at 8. You'll be here till 9. It always happens.
No, we don't have a choice because we got to go get stuff done before Jasmine signs his papers at 10:30. But you're probably right.
I got to get out. I had a cord of wood delivered the other day. I got to get piled up, and then I've got my cement slab all cleaned off so me and the wife can park on that this winter. But
Reaper, what part of New York you in?
No, it's not. It's 7:53, Booker.
You know, she's on that other time frame here. Not the same as us.
so you got a background up, JJ. That looks good.
Yeah, it was actually my shower curtain that my daughter didn't want in the bathroom no more. So I said, well, I ain't throwing it out. And,
It works great.
Yeah. Oh, all right, Reaper. I'm down here near Binghamton. I used to work up in Syracuse. Don't ask me the Erie Road or something like that. Erie Road reminds me. I don't remember though. It's been a long time.
Tina, my brain can't do military time since this early.
Yeah, I gotta write it down and count.
Like, well, 1, 2.
What comes after 12?
It's like 1:55, right?
Yeah. Oh, PM. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I think so. My
Yeah.
brain hurts.
Do you even use AM and PM on military time?
No, because
There's
Yeah.
no reason.
Once you hit 12, you
Because
know
0-100 hours is midnight.
Yeah, it's the afternoon there. Yeah, that's right.
My uncle was in the Navy and used to only leave his clock on military time, so I had to learn it.
You know how I learned it? I probably shouldn't tell this story, but this is how I learned it. When I was a young'un, I wasn't exactly the nicest guy there was, and I spent 20 days in county jail when I was a juvenile, and the clock that you could see out through the door in the hallway was a military clock. So that's how I learned how to read military time.
Well, lucky, yeah, in the juvenile I was in, it was the same way. I was there for about 20 days myself, but I'd already knew military time because of my uncle.
Yeah, I got lucky. I got a good lawyer. I was facing a couple years. It was something stupid. I broke into a couple camps with some friends of mine, but I was facing a couple years in juvie, but luckily I ended up spending 20 days in county. But the only reason it became a felony was because we took a generator.
Ooh.
All right, MD, we'll be here for a little bit.
You go until what, 10:30?
Yeah, something like that. 10, well, probably 10.
But yeah, I bought me a brand new Cub Cadet snowblower.
So when are you guys putting up the tree, JJ?
I think they want to do it Monday.
Okay. You should convince Pop Q to let me put it up. He
No.
said no. There's no way, and he's like, Thanksgiving is its own holiday. There's no reason that you should be jumping the gun. We can put the tree up after Thanksgiving.
That's usually what I do, the day after Thanksgiving or the first day of December.
We do it the day after Thanksgiving too, but like for some reason this year, I don't know if it's the fact that I really need the Christmas spirit or that I'm really feeling Christmas this year, and I want to put the tree up. But part of me knows that I kind of want to put it up because this is our first year with the cats, and I kind of want to see how bad it's going to be and how I need to set it up so that they don't destroy it.
Yeah, see, last year we didn't put ours up at all just because we put all the time into fluffing up the branches and decorating it all nice, and then they get in it and flatten the branches and knock the ornaments out. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to bother.
For the last couple,
I don't know.
For the last couple years, my tree has been this little, about a 1 foot tall ceramic tree that my mother has that the lights stick out of it.
A ceramic tree.
Yep, it's about a foot tall. We set it up there. The grandbabies don't come here and stuff. We usually go up there, but when I was setting up a tree, it went up, usually about a week before Christmas and came down the day after Christmas.
Smokey, you are a liar.
My family goes to bed Christmas night looking at all these beautiful lights and everything. They wake up the next day, it's all gone.
Yep.
Because if I don't take it down, it'll be up there until July 4th.
A lot of people
then
keep them up
good
until
for
New
Christmas
Year.
in July then.
Yeah, I know. No.
Yeah, we can't make it up to see the grandbabies this Christmas, but we're going up for Thanksgiving. We're leaving Wednesday to go up because it's 3.5 hours up there, and go up, and then we're staying until Saturday. But we both our rotation rolls right around on Christmas, so won't make it up there for Christmas this year.
I kind of bust their chops from like, you people, because I don't decorate with them. Usually I'm out hunting if they're going to be decorating. So when I come that day after Christmas and it's all gone, I'm like, it took you people all years to do all of this decoration hours, and it takes me about an hour to get it all down and put away.
It's different though, because it's a lot easier to take down a tree than it is to pull all those branches out. I hate myself every time we set the tree up because I'm like, why did I push these branches down so good to fit in the box? Like, fluff them up. Because we don't do a real tree.
I want one of them old trees. I can't remember what cartoon it is, but it's a cartoon that when Christmas tree's down, they just pick the tree up and they fold it right up, all the decorations and all, like an umbrella.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one it was either. The Grinch, maybe? The original Grinch?
Maybe it was. Yeah. When he was stuffing it into the bag, he just, yeah.
Yeah.
We had a real tree once about 5 or 6 years ago, and then it seemed like for a year or so after, I kept finding needles on the floor.
That's why I went to fake. I had a Christmas tree. And then the next year, I didn't have a Christmas tree. I went and spent Christmas with my mom or something. This when I was in my early 20s. And so we didn't have a Christmas tree the next year. But then the following July, I was still finding needles in the floor.
Yeah.
And it's like, that was a year and a half later. Screw it. I'm never having another real tree.
And we couldn't get it. We had a nice tree stand and everything, but we couldn't get the tree to stand up straight. Like it was cockeyed.
You have to wire it to the wall and pin it so that it'll stay up.
I can believe that, Dusty. I can believe that out of him 100%.
You know, the older I get, the less I like Christmas.
I don't know. I feel like, well, it's a little bit of a different story here for us because
You've got
my husband was, well, I have kids, but even not just that, my husband was raised, his mom raised him Jehovah's Witness. So for his whole childhood, he didn't get to have any Christmases, any of that. So like when we got together and like, obviously he left when he was 18 and never looked back, and he doesn't practice that religion, but he didn't get that. So holidays are huge for him. Halloween, Christmas, it's a big deal. And so we super celebrate, and he's Mr. Christmas, and I'm okay with that. I would never try to take that from him.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, what's going on, Maniac? Long time. It's a Christmas pug.
Been
Bah humbug pug.
That's great.
I tell everybody I've been busy with work and hunting, but it's mostly been work.
Try to look at my face. Oh, it's already 8 o'clock. I'm supposed to be going.
It's 9 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock.
Now it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, for weirdos that live in Maine like you, maybe.
So, what do you guys got out there for hunting animals, Mike? You got mule deer out there, right?
Yep, mule deer, whitetail, elk, moose, mountain lion, occasional brown and black bears.
Where are you at, Mike?
North Dakota, almost Canada, lower Canada.
Yeah, we don't have brown bears here. I mean, we have a lot of black bears, but no brown bears.
All right, I'm gonna go, JJ, so I can get him up so we can get going.
He'll be back.
I'll lurk
Yeah.
and chat. No, stop with the negativity. He's gonna wake up.
All right.
I'll lurk and chat.
See you in a little while.
Bye, guys.
See ya. See you, Matthew.
So it's like I don't hunt bear now. One, I don't like the meat except for the parts I told you, and two, when my wife's mother died, I got me a nice bear rug hug on here on the wall because she gave that to me. So now I don't need that. So
Yeah.
plus, I think it was you, Mike, I was talking about where you said you have to get a special tag for a deer.
Here you do.
Yeah, and I said we didn't hear. Well, I found out 2 or 3 years ago they started that. You get your deer tag and you get your bear tag, but in order to shoot the bear, you have to add a permit to it. That started here a couple years ago.
Yep. Yeah, we have to buy licenses for every species almost.
And it's like, well, what the hell did you bother giving me the transfer tag for?
Yeah.
Like,
You guys were talking about moose hunting. My dad got to go do that. It's a once in a lifetime thing up here. And he got to go do that. But when he downed his bull, the guides that he was with hauled that thing out. They hauled it out whole. It wasn't quartered in the field.
No.
Because he brought that sucker all the way back to the farm on a flatbed trailer.
I know it's a big thing when you get that tag, though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if you get a couple four wheelers and stuff, you can drag them out whole if you want. We got people that bring them out whole all the time, but you have the option of just, cut them and quarter them right out there. You just got to bring the head out with you so that they know what section it was. And
yeah, they have a big sled that was made for them. And it goes on that little sled cart thing. It winches it up onto there, and then they pull it out.
see, moose are so plentiful here, and I know, if you see a moose, you can almost walk right up to a moose. So to me, it'd be like shooting. It'd be like
you ain't gonna get close to them.
Here you can. It'd almost be like shooting a cow.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
No, you try to get close to the ones here, they'll trample you, but they'll see you coming a long ways away. We don't have the woods like you do. This is all wide open.
Oh yeah, they'll charge you, but the point is they don't, they don't run off and hide like a deer does. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's not a lot of things that hunt them. They're not too afraid of anything.
No. The only thing that hunts moose up around here is the tractor trailers.
Oh yeah, a bear will kill a moose when it's hungry. Up in Canada, I think that's Darren. Darren's Northern Life had the video of that bear that killed that moose.
Oh wow!
Chased it down, everything. Yeah.
Brown bear. I'm assuming.
No, that was probably a grizzly. I don't think a brown bear is going to get big enough to mess with a moose.
Yeah. So I was thinking our black bear around here, they're not gonna tackle them.
Some of those Kodiaks up in Canada, those things are huge.
Will you stop it?
Our standard ticket thing is we get 1 buck, small game, and bear. And then you add on turkey and doe.
Oh, heck no. Our doe is a deer here. If you have a buck and accidentally shoot a doe, you have to have a license for either or. You can't do that here.
Mm. But with the doe tags that we get, it has to be, you can't go out of a specific area. Like I hunted an area that's called R7. I can't go to R8 and get a doe.
Yeah, exactly the same thing here, but it's with buck too. Like 2J2 is around my farm.
With deer,
I could take a buck anywhere in New York.
Yeah, with doe, we got our WMDs, which is
weapons of mass destruction. What?
Well, that's what I think of every time. It's actually Wildlife Management Division.
I got you. Okay.
And they have different sections for you can get. If you win the any doe lottery, then you can shoot a doe wherever you can. But if you want the extra doe permit that they come up with a few years ago, then you can only hunt in certain WMDs. Same thing with a moose. You can shoot one anywhere, but you have to let them know ahead of time which WMD you're going to be hunting in, and then you just got to let them know if you don't shoot it in the WMD that you were hunting in.
Yep.
And I don't know.
Yeah, we get it gratis for the land that we own, but other than that, when you put in for a drawing, you have to put in for deer before the season opens, and then they do the drawings, and you have to list what area you're going to hunt for the drawing, and then a backup area. So like 2J2 and 2J1 are each side of a highway up here. 2 of the bigger areas of most people around here hunt. And and then they'll do a drawing and they'll tell you that you have a buck for 2J2 and you can only take a buck out of that area, or a doe for 2J2 and you can only take a doe. But if you have a doe tag, you can get a spike buck.
You own a farm, so can you put in for nuisance tags?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I know they do that out here. If I know somebody who has a farm, they can ask me to go hunt, and there's no limit on the deer either.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's actually how I got that. That's actually how I got that tenderloin from that deer. That time was a friend of mine had a black bear killing sheep, and was told by the game wardens they gave him a permit to shoot it, and he shot the black bear, and that's how I got the tenderloin out of it, was because the deer was killing his sheep.
Oh, okay. I think they took nuisance tags away the last couple of years because the deer population from a winter a couple of years ago killed them way off. We had a really hard winter and they starved a lot of the deer out. And I think they took away nuisance tags. But yeah, normally.
Shut up, JJ. Just shut up.
Told you.
It's because I'm up here. She gets nervous when I'm on a panel with her. She always leaves.
No. No, I before you even came up, I said I was leaving at 9 because Mr. Sleepy doesn't want to wake up.
I was just giving you shit. I heard you say that, but I was just giving you crap.
I
Did he
deal with
not
these
wake
kids.
up?
No, and I'm thinking about next weekend. I could get him to.
If I really, really wanted that deer meat, I'm hunting on 30 acres of private land. And honestly, where they're coming out, I could just go up at 1 o'clock in the morning and sit there and have a couple drinks with the guy and, turn on his back light and pick one off out the kitchen window if I wanted to. But
I had a really nice chance at a nice buck that was running with some does, and there was a smaller one in there, and I ended up hitting the smaller one. But it's hard to shoot off of a moving combine. So.
Yeah, I would think so.
You were talking about spike horns. If their horns aren't, because we don't actually call it a doe permit, we call it an antlerless deer permit.
Yeah.
Because
do you guys got to send your teeth in of your deer?
No.
We have to send in the jawbones.
No.
Really?
If their horns are shorter than 4 inches, you better have a doe permit.
Yep. Yeah, you can. Well, with the buck with under 4 inches, if you can see the spikes or whatever, as long as there's a spike there, you can hit it with a buck.
No, they got to be 4 inches long here in order to shoot it. I mean, how are you supposed to tell at 50, 60 yards whether it's 3 3/4 or 4 1/4? But if they're under 4,
Yeah, we don't have to send teeth in. We don't have, in my area, we don't have any antler restrictions, no nothing.
Yeah, we got to send the bottom jaw in. They're testing deer up here for something.
almost.
CWD?
Probably is what I was thinking. Chronic waste, yeah.
Probably half of the convenience stores around here are tagging stations. So you shoot a deer, you just go to a tagging station, they come out, they take your tag, they see up, they fill out this other little tag and snap a plastic thing on it. You pay them $3 and you go home.
Nah, they just send you tags here. They come in a thing. Once they're ripped out of the thing, you better be on a deer because it's no good if you have them out of there. And it's like a little plastic thing. You punch it through their ear when you tag it.
Yeah, we don't have none of that. No tagging stations. We bag our deer, we gut it in the woods, bring it home.
Yeah, we field gut them. Yeah, obviously, but
yeah.
But you got to tag them before as soon as you shoot it, when you walk up on it, before you even start field gutting it, you have to tag it.
Generally, that's what I do anyway. But legally, I have to have it tagged before I put it in my truck.
Yeah, quite a few years ago, my stepdad lost his rifle and his pickup and his gun rights his hunting privileges for freaking 3 years.
Ooh.
Yeah, he shot 2 deer on accident.
What's up, Mr. Finnegan?
I should be taking a nap with him. I've gotten like maybe 8 hours of sleep in the last 3 days.
Well, that's not bad for an average.
No, not an average. Period. I got like 2 hours of sleep last night. I was up all night the next morning.
And we have to attach this to the deer when we shoot it in order to transfer it. You know, like when you put it in your truck, you put this on it, and then you go to a tagging station, and then they put a tag on it.
Yep.
So, and some tagging stations around here are nice because they'll have scales out there for you to use and all that. Most of them they'll just tag it, but some of them will have scales so you can tell how much it weighs.
Yeah, ours are kind of like that, but it's like a hard plastic card, and you got to snap the tag out of it. And once that tag's out of there, it's got to be right on the deer. You can't just snap that tag out of it and carry the tag around with you because it has to be filled out at the time you hit the deer. And literally, when they walk up, you flip the tag over, and they can scan it with a little thing, an app on their phone, and it tells them who that tag is registered to and what they're supposed to be taking and everything.
Yeah. No, this is just a transport tag. And then once you get to the tagging station, they go in back of the ankles and make a little slice and they put a little metal tag on it.
Yep.
And
that's one of the tagging spots we can use too, is through the tendon on the back of the ankles, but they prefer it on the ear.
We got to wear our tags on our back, which I don't like.
Your tags or your license?
The license and the tags, yeah, on the back.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
no.
Because it all comes in together like this here. We just get a big thing like this.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're gonna put it in a holder on your back. Now, when I go sit down against a tree, I'm constantly checking to make sure it's still there. I would like to. If you have it on you, then that's fine.
Carrie, I was on our wallet. Game warden says, "Can I see your license?" Give me my license. And our license is literally they print it out on a piece of paper.
Yeah, I had a game warden try to stop me in my own field one time and asked me if he could see my license. I laughed at him. I'm like, license for what? You out here hunting, are you? I'm like, no.
Well, see, in Maine, though, our game wardens have more power than our freaking state troopers do.
Almost every state is that way.
Yeah.
They can pull you over on a highway any place, yeah.
I pulled into a spot to go fishing once, and there was just more people there than I wanted there to be because it's quite a common spot. And I just turned around and left. That game warden chased me down and stopped me and asked me for my fishing license, even though I wasn't fishing.
We only have a handful of game wardens out here. You never even see them.
Yeah. We know the ones in our area pretty good, small town stuff, so they come normally walk up and call you by name and everything, but we got a new young one. That's the one that stopped me in my field, asked me for my hunting license and everything. I laughed at him.
Yeah, it's not like Maine where you get the game wardens out there putting fake deer to entrap people.
They do that here. They even have mechanical ones, yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't either, because to me, I feel it is entrapment. But then again, on the other hand, if you're not out there hunting deer at night, why do you have a loaded rifle and going to shoot the fake one?
Yeah.
It goes both ways, yeah.
It does.
But yeah, they can't unless they put that deer somewhere where you can't hunt. It can't really be entrapment then, because you're already breaking the law.
Yeah.
Because if they just put that deer in a public land area and making it out there wiggle its tail and lift its head up and down during broad daylight during hunting season and you shoot it, they can't do anything to you.
Yeah.
Right.
But if it's nighttime and they put that deer out there and it's midnight and next thing you know, that deer gets spotlighted.
I laugh every time I see that. That's Joe on TV when I used to watch it. Knuckleheads.
But calling that entrapment would be like calling the bank entrapment because they keep money in there, but you're going to try and steal it anyway.
Right.
You're already going to break the law. It's not entrapment. So
Right.
But still, at the same time, it's like, why tease us with it too? What if you're getting the guy that really has no job and stuff like that, and his family's getting hungry and he needs to put meat on the table, and he just happens to have the perfect opportunity and he tries to shoot it, because
there is a poverty law for hunting up here, and I don't remember, but they have to show that they make less than, as a whole family, less than $10,000 a year or something.
Like I know if I, was jobless right now and we was struggling and stuff, I would be down my buddies sitting out there in the field with the spotlight at 1 o'clock in the morning and bringing that deer home.
Yeah. But the poverty law here, they still have to hunt it legally, like during the time of day and all that stuff. They can't break the law just because they have the poverty one, but they get like a free tag for deer, a free fishing license, stuff like that.
I don't know about that. If they can afford a gun, they can afford a fishing license. I mean, a hunting license with my point of view. License, what? It cost me, I think it was $28 this year.
Yeah. But like some of the ones I know, the one guy that has one here, he got his guns handed down from his dad, but they're literally a poverty family. He wouldn't have been able to afford to buy one, but the couple he's got were hand downs.
Oh, that's good. They do that for them, though. You know,
Yeah.
Just give them that chance.
I think we should be allowed to, especially for like the people that sport hunt, because there are
Mhm.
people that come to Maine to sport hunt. You know, Maine's got some of the bigger whitetails in the country.
Yeah,
And
they
so
do
a
it
lot
up
of
here
people
too.
a lot of people come to Maine to sport hunt to get them a nice big whitetail buck.
Yep.
I don't have a problem with that, but why not allow that person to get a couple deer and make it so that, you know, they can get two, but one of them has to be donated to a soup kitchen or something.
And that's a lot of them do that. The ones that I know and have talked with, like when I'm helping Strung Out Outdoors with his show and stuff, and we're interviewing some of these really famous and big sport hunters and stuff. A lot of them do that with their deer. They'll take like that big rack or whatever, but they donate the meat to a local charity and stuff.
That's a good
Africa,
thing.
Africa, you have to do that. If you ever get a chance to hunt in Africa, you have to donate that meat to a tribe there. You can take the trophy. You can take the trophy and the horns and whatever back with you, whatever you're hunting, but the meat has to be donated and stays there. You don't take the meat with you.
Yeah, I know somebody. They used to own a store a couple towns over that went to Africa on a safari, and he actually got an elephant. And when he downed that elephant, they called the local tribe that was out there, and they said within a half an hour, the only thing left of that elephant was just the bones. And he was allowed to keep one foot, whatever you want to call it. They did something to it special so he could transport it. The tusks were cut off in it, and the game wardens in Africa took the tusk. He wasn't allowed to keep the tusk.
You can't have them here. It's illegal.
Yep. But you know, he was allowed the foot, the tail, and there was something else he was allowed to keep off the elephant. But he said within a half an hour, he said there was like 20 people on that elephant. Within a half an hour, there's nothing but bones left.
Yeah, that stopped a lot of the hunting of bull elephants and stuff in Africa when they made ivory. You can't own ivory tusks in America at all. It's illegal.
Nope,
And
not
once that law passed, it stopped a lot of the bull hunting for elephants and stuff over there.
Yeah, in order to own tusk here, you have to have the certification, and it has to be certified as pre-19 whatever.
Yeah, 1970 something.
Yeah. But you've got to have all that paperwork with it. If not, they'll go.
Yep, and it's a hell of a fine and federal prison time up there even. Yep. I don't think I'd hunt an elephant if I ever got to go up there. I want to try that Cape buffalo because those things are freaking.
Yeah, I would want
tanks.
I would want to shoot something that I could eat.
Yep. Well, you can eat elephant, obviously, but.
Well, I don't want to eat an elephant. I don't know why, but I wouldn't want to eat an elephant.
No elephant, no giraffe.
Yep. I don't know. I'm like one of the people. I want to try all this stuff. I want to know what kangaroo tastes like too. Since they were talking about that in your stream, I think yesterday. Yesterday morning.
Yeah. Gaffa said it kind of tastes like. He said beef, but only a little bit better.
Yeah. See, that's something I want to try too. Is kangaroo. I want to try elephant, Cape buffalo. There's a bunch of these animals. I want to know what they taste like.
Well,
the American one. The American one, I really want to know what it tastes like. It's freaking ostrich, or not ostrich. Pelicans.
Pelican?
I want to know what the heck a pelican tastes like. You can't hunt them. I caught one fishing one time, and I got a freaking big fine out of it.
Hey, Bubblevis, Jeff. Good morning.
I had a big swim bait going across the top, and the stupid pelican took my swim bait and took off. It took off up in the air. Well, I was young. Yeah. I was 17. I set the hook. The freaking pelican's head whipped around. Freaking game warden come down there and everything. I'm trying to reel this pelican in, and he's trying to fly away.
Well,
game warden come down and made me cut my line. I got a $250 fine.
I was just trying to get my stuff back.
That happens up here with freaking seagulls. You go down on the coast and you go fishing for mackerel.
Yep.
And seagulls will attack whatever you're.
Oh yeah, they dive bomb.
Our seagulls don't do that. The pelicans apparently will. But yeah, you can't hunt pelicans or anything up here. There's no license or anything. But Grant says they can hunt them over where he lives. You can get a tag for them, but not up here. They're protected up here.
Now, Passion's probably going to yell at me for saying this, but one meat I want to try is horse meat.
Horse
Is
meat's
what?
really good.
Oh, horse meat.
Horse meat
I
is
love
very
it.
good.
And they've opened it up now so you can buy horse meat in America again because they reclassified back about 10 years ago. They reclassified as a horse. They took it from a pet to livestock.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I wouldn't mind trying it.
It's very tasty.
That's what I hear.
I've had that a few times. Yeah. It's like it's sweeter than like a beef.
And camel. They say camel's pretty good too.
Never had camel either. Camel looks like one of them ones I wouldn't want to try. Gator's really good. I've had that.
To me, that tasted like the fat off a pork chop. To me,
I've had gator. That was pretty good.
Turtle is really good too, but if you eat a whole turtle and they actually separate it and the cook knows what they're doing, turtle tastes 7 different ways, 8 different ways, if not more.
yeah. I know because I had a snapper once. We got it and killed it and cooked it ourselves. So we might not have done it right, but I can tell you there was one part that tasted like chicken. There was one part that tasted like pork. There was one piece of it in there that tasted like roast beef, and then there was another one that was really weird. It almost had a corned beef flavor to it. So yeah. I can see it. I got 4 distinct different flavors out of that turtle.
Yeah,
and I really didn't like any of them. It was really weird. I'll never do it again.
Yeah, we had a cousin that went off to be a chef, a professional chef, and he studied in a lot of different countries. But he's the one that came back and told us that we were always preparing turtle wrong when we were a kid. There's 7 different flavors in a turtle when it's cut right.
Yep.
Hey, Eileen.
Which makes sense. I mean, even a cow. I mean, every cut of meat tastes a little bit different than the other. So.
Yeah, but not like a major swing like in a turtle, like what you were saying, roast beef to chicken to pork.
Right. Yeah. And there's some things like, you got duck, okay, which duck tastes like duck. It does not taste like chicken. It has its own flavor to it. But they also say that a Muscovy duck, which I haven't tried yet, is actually a redder meat. It's almost like beef. Yeah. And so I'd like to try one of them.
I like duck. I like most any kind of duck and geese and stuff like that. We make goose jerky and goose sausage, and I love duck and cream of mushroom soup and everything in a slow cooker. The breast, when you breast them out.
Duck yet. I've never had the opportunity to try duck.
I had duck. I never wanted to eat it. My stepfather always has a Christmas goose, and I tried it, and of course I was younger when I tried it, and I didn't like it, so I stayed away from it. And then a few years ago, I was out and I was doing dating and all that, and I took this girl to a little bit fancier restaurant, and nothing seemed that great on it, so I had the duck, and I actually fell in love with the duck. So I didn't do it this year, but maybe next year, maybe I'll go get my duck tag and do some duck hunting.
Was it maybe cooked different from when you were younger to at the restaurant?
It might have been. I mean, when I was younger, I didn't like asparagus, and now I love asparagus if I cook it my way. So,
when we were over that way, we ate at a really fancy restaurant. I can't remember the name of that place, but it was really good. It was like an old cotton mansion, big house turned into a restaurant, and everybody, all the cooks had their main thing was chicken. They did it a bunch of different ways, but they do it like an old family thing. They bring out this giant bowl of chicken and put it in the middle of the table. If you order a dinner roll and everything, they don't bring you one. They bring you like this whole fresh baked pan. They set it in the table, and you literally pass the dishes around like you're eating at home.
Yeah.
But they had duck in there too. But when you ordered the duck, they'd come out and do the duck gravy thing, and he brings like pieces of this duck in a duck press. I don't know if you've ever seen a duck press. Basically looks like a sausage stuffer, and they put the raw duck in there and they press it until all the juices start to flow out, and then they turn that into a gravy right there at the side of the freaking table. That was like disturbing to me, like listening to the stuff inside that bird crunch and all the juices and the blood flowing out, and they're making a gravy. I'm like, what is this guy doing?
Kind of like that show, what is it, Christmas Story, at the end of it where the turkey gets ruined, so they go out to eat, and the only place they can find is a Chinese restaurant, and they cut the head off the table.
I'd never seen a duck press in my life till that day. My dad and my grandpa knew what they was, but I didn't know what that guy was doing. He just brought out this big brass container and put a duck in there, and I'm like, what is he doing?
Yeah, but the duck I had also wasn't fully cooked. They made it kind of like cooked it to like a medium, I guess it would be. It had a little bit of slight pink in it, which I thought was weird, but oh my God, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
So, but an emu, they say emu is almost like eating beef.
Yep. That is, yep. We have an emu farmer not too far from us, probably about 15 miles from us. Those are mean birds. Them and ostriches are both mean, but
yep.
A lot of people up here were buying llamas to protect their sheep and stuff like that. And the llamas would be out with the sheep. And then they learned emu and ostriches are way better at taking out wolves and coyotes than a llama is.
Yeah, my neighbor's got my neighbor, for his cows up there to keep the coyotes at bay, he's got a little miniature donkey. Holy cow, is that sucker mean? but he said he'll take out a coyote like you've never seen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's these ostriches and stuff too. You can like sit back and watch sometimes, and if they see the coyotes in the trees, they won't wait for the coyotes to come and try to attack the sheep. They will haul butt across the other side of that guy's field to the tree row, chase the coyotes, and
wow.
And man, can ostriches run.
Something like, what is it, like 60 miles an hour? No, maybe not that bad.
I bet you all of that at least, yeah. There's literally like a dust trail behind them.
Yep.
They remind me of the cartoon, like the Roadrunners. That's what they remind me of.
Mm-hmm.
You see them running across the field at full speed. You see this bird just moving along and this dust trail coming up off of it.
I don't know about you, but the first time I ever seen a picture of a real Roadrunner, I was awful disappointed that it didn't look like the cartoon.
Right?
Aren't they a lot smaller? Aren't they a lot smaller than the cartoon?
Yeah, the little teeny tiny things, and it don't even look like the Roadrunner on the cartoon.
Exactly. Yep.
I
expected like really small,
like an ostrich or emu looking thing. Yeah. Same thing. Yep. That's when I decided that Roadrunner was really an ostrich.
Hey, West Haven.
Yeah, the minute you think that we're on top of the food chain, you go out to buy an ostrich one time without a weapon.
Yeah.
That's the only reason we are the top of the food chain, is because we have weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'll pass going up against an ostrich.
They are vicious. We were in Raleigh, North Dakota when I was real young. We were helping some friends out there. They're buffalo ranchers. And the guy in Raleigh, which is a really tiny, tiny town, it's like 15 people in the town. He owns the bar. And right outside of the front door of his bar is like the little city park, which is kind of a tree row with some picnic tables. But all the kids or whatever that would come over and eat lunch and everything, he would pay you $50 cash. I was like 10 or 12 at this time. He'd pay you $50 cash if you could catch one of these wild turkeys in this park and bring it over to him. We tried that. That was the dumbest mistake I ever made in my life. I got my butt handed to me by that turkey. I got a hold of him all right, but after that, he was the one who had a hold of me. I couldn't get out of there quick enough. Yeah, I was getting beat by his wings. I had scratches from his claws. He was hitting me with his freaking head.
I caught a full-grown shit poke once. Well, gray heron. We call them shit poke around here. Don't know why, but only because it was standing in the road when we come up, and instead of it flying, it ran off into the woods and it got into the brush and stuff. So I was able to tackle it. You want to talk about a wrestle on my hands? They got that freaking long beak, and they try to get you with that bitch.
Oh yeah, so does a turkey.
And took it up to my grandfather, and then he told us let it go. So we let it go, and off it flew. But blue heron, gray heron, crane, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah,
we call them shit pokes. Don't know why.
Yeah. Blue heron here and blue cranes, we can't touch them here. You'll get in a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah, we ain't supposed to either. But I was like 16 years old. So
but turkeys you can.
Trouble. My grandfather yelled at me.
That was another time I got in trouble too. We went fishing for turkeys. Me and my brother decided we could try fishing for turkeys once. We got in trouble with the game warden.
Fishing
right out,
turkey.
right outside of city limits here. There's a state hospital for mentally challenged, and that side of the land is state, and you can't hunt on it. And all the turkeys hang out there because the ground is kept really nice, and there's a bunch of tree rows all the way around it and everything. And on the other side of the road, it's all county, and it's open hunting. It's a big, wide open field and a tree row and little hiking trails through it. So we stood on the county side, and we took our fishing poles with and big treble hooks with dough balls on them. We'd cast them across and wait for the turkey to pick it up, and then try to reel the turkey across the highway. Apparently, it's really frowned upon.
Yep.
And the game warden got up a good point too, and then I didn't think about it too. Even after fighting with the turkey when I was 10, he's like, "If you ever caught one," I'm like, "Well, we actually had a few pick them up, but we could never get like a hook set." He's like, "If you ever caught one, how are you going to get that hook out of its mouth?" I'm like, "Well, that's a really good question."
My brother got fined 6 years ago because he ran down across the field and caught a wild goose, but it was a baby.
Oh,
yeah, and it was a off-duty game warden sitting up watching the geese, and brother ran down across the field and caught it and got it in the car, and then the game warden just took off and got him stopped. But he got like a $500 fine just for catching that goose.
We had some really mean ones on our farm, but those were kind of like pet geese. I hated those things. I tried to transplant them a few times and they wouldn't leave. My sister, even when she moved off the farm and into town, she bought her own house and all that stuff. I even took like the 4 of them and went and put them in my sister's garage when she wasn't at home.
You told us about that. Yep, I remember you telling us about that. But I caught a baby wild turkey out here in my front lawn once. Just ran out, threw a towel over it, and picked it up, brought it up, knocked on the window, showed my girlfriend at the time, then took it back and let it run off and find its mother. But I thought about it, but they say you can't raise a wild turkey. I've never tried, but they say you can't.
I haven't tried either. After messing with them a couple times, I ain't touching turkeys. I'll hunt turkey, but they're definitely not an animal to try to tangle with.
When they're little babies.
Yeah, that'd probably be way easier. Don't go after like a big 30, 40-pound turkey.
These ones still had stripes on it. They were so young. So.
After my son shot his turkeys, I still wouldn't go near it until it was told to stop moving. Because after a while, they just keep flopping around.
Yep.
No, I wait.
Yeah, well, even tame turkeys. I remember being, when I was a kid, helping a guy. He had a flock of turkeys, and he was, killing them off. And even them, he would take a burlap potato bag, and he had a hole in it, and he'd slide it down over the turkey. And then we would sit on the turkey, and he would, cut his throat. Freaking go for a ride.
Yeah. There's a lot of power in a turkey.
Yeah.
You don't like that big wings. They look soft. They're not that soft. You get smacked with one time.
No, I know it's horrible passion, but it's
It's part of hunting.
part of, well, that ain't hunting. That's just raising up.
That's
Yeah.
why
Well,
I can't do it.
There's a video out now, and I think it was Australia. There's vegan activist broke into a poultry farm. They raise chickens, ducks, and something else. It could have been turkeys. But anyway, all these activists, there's like 15, 20 of these freaking people that break into this place, breaking and entering. Nobody sees them enter the buildings. And if you know anything about how poultry farms work for meat anyway, they get upside down into this machine that brings them around a big circle. Then this wire comes out and cuts the heads off of them as they're moved along the process line. So nobody knows these people broke into there. Now there's these big horseshoe looking padlocks that's for like your bike tire, like when you ride your bike somewhere. Yeah. These guys all had these with them, these big padlocks, and they padlock themselves to the big piece of equipment that carries these turkeys around the whole plant and the chickens and everything upside down. And nobody knows they broke in, but they all padlock their necks to the thing that carries around to get all these chickens and stuff decapitated. And like nobody knows they're there and have done this. So this thing's still dragging these people all the way through this plant, and it's like choking a bunch of them. This main leader's freaking out. I'm like, you guys are idiots. This is all on film. You can like look it up and watch these activists do. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And like, wow. None of them kept the keys for the padlocks because they didn't want somebody to be able to find the key and get them off of here, because they're trying to shut this place down. And it almost like a bunch of them almost died. And then the wire things too is coming right at them. And now they're at neck height because they padlock their neck to this freaking thing, and this wire's coming.
Wow.
I'm like, you guys cannot be this fucking dumb. Whoops, excuse my legs. You guys cannot be this freaking dumb.
Wow.
Yes, they can be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they barely got him cut out of there, and they had to revive the one. And then they went outside and chained themselves across the driveway because they thought that'd be a safer idea and pouted in the driveway then.
Wow.
And then the cops showed up and arrested all of them. But
see, obviously, like that, it's sad to me that they have to die, but I eat meat. I'm not the kind of person that is like, I won't even eat it. I will. I just can't do it myself. But there's, places where, before they slaughter, they'll actually mistreat their animals, and that I'm not okay with.
Me either.
I know that they're gonna die anyway, but they don't deserve to be abused first.
I had all my animals that I was raising for meat out here, and I never abused them. I would go out and pet them and everything else, and because I'd name them like Pork Chop and Jimmy Dean and stuff like that. But I can't see no point in abusing an animal. Even if you're gonna eat it, it still is alive at the time that animal is gonna feed you. Why would you want to abuse something that's gonna give you life?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that affect the meat in the first place? Like if you're bruising it, or
yeah, it can do it that way too. But also, if the animal is under duress, it changes the meat too.
Yeah, it lets out
different hormones into its muscle and everything, makes it a lot tougher. And you want to try to keep the animal as calm as possible. Yeah, adrenaline.
Puts adrenaline into the system, and
the video, I watched a video, and it was because I will not eat. When I buy meat at the store or whatever, I won't go with the brand Tyson because whoever they use to raise them or slaughter them, they're abusing them first. And I've seen videos where they were like abusing the pigs,
but you can't really say like this one brand Tyson abuses its things. Okay, because tell you how that works. And Tyson is huge in Minnesota, which is my neighbor right over here. Yeah. And they own a lot of like the pig farms over there, and the Tyson chicken and all that comes from Minnesota. Minnesota is the largest poultry and turkey supplier in America. And you can't say that it's just Tyson that's just abusing the animals, because like what you just said, it's an outsourced thing. But also not just Tyson, like I'll just throw one out there, like our family also gets its meat from those same suppliers. So to say you're just going to say it's Tyson and I won't buy Tyson, that's being completely.
I guess for me, I say that because I've seen the evidence. I don't know of the others.
Yeah.
So,
but like when you see like one supplier of it, just because their main biggest supplier is the name that you recognize, like Tyson has no control over what happens at this place where they're getting their product from in the supplier, but that's more of the people that are employed at the place. It's not so much the practice of the place.
Right. Yeah. It really bothered me when I saw the way they were treating these pigs. Like the young ones, the piglets, they were rolling them down the aisles like bowling balls, and it just it really irritated me.
Yep. Yeah, I can see. I don't see no point in abusing an animal. Now, if a freaking dog comes at me, I'm going to hammer it in the head. But
yeah, if you're being attacked, that's different. I mean, that's.
I'm not just going to walk up and hit a dog with a hammer just because.
Yep.
And I've been known to. My horse, the horse I had one day, I cocked him right beside the head, but he nipped me on the shoulder, the bastard, and it hurt. Mm-hmm. But as far as abusing him, no.
Yep.
I like to know that, hey, don't bite me, you bastard.
Yeah, my horse used to do that too, and I had that cayenne pepper spray. It's for like if you get attacked, you can spray it in the eyes of people, kind of thing. But it's like it's got an oil in it, and it's cayenne, whatever. And the horse would always come up and try to like nip me anytime I was out there. It would nip and push me all the time. Well, if it did like what you said, it went to like bite on my shoulder, and I sprayed it right in its mouth. That horse never went near me again with its mouth.
It surprised me because this was a horse. We got him when he was only 6 months old. So, I mean, I could go out there and I'd be in there and out there in the field doing something, and he'd come up behind me and he'd lay his head on my shoulder, and I'd sit here and stroke his nose, and he'd go right sound asleep. I mean, he was a friendly horse. This one day he decided to nip me on the freaking shoulder, and it hurt.
Yeah, so there's a little trick with cayenne pepper spray. It like if you ever do calving or anything like that with cows, you can literally, like when you take a calf down and you got to tag it and give it the shots and everything else, you can literally spray cayenne pepper spray around you like that, and that mama cow won't even come anywhere near you. She will sit there and beller and paw, but she won't cross that cayenne pepper spray. She smells it and she'll just stay her way back.
And that horse probably thought it was like a little love nip, but they're so big they don't even realize how hard they do.
I hit him pretty good, but I didn't, hit him like I would.
Yeah,
it was enough.
I don't think. Yeah, even like if you hit a horse like that, like the size and the muscle mass they have, he probably didn't even.
No, and he was a good horse. Literally, he got into a porcupine, and he had needles all through his nose. And he was such a good horse that I literally stood there, put his head on my shoulder because that's the way he liked to stand. Anyways, held his halter like this and just stood there pulling out of his nose.
Yeah.
He a couple times he, reared back, but other than that, he just stood there and let me do it because he was a really good horse.
Yeah.
But
I got to jump off here, guys. So I'm getting a bunch of text messages, so I got to see what's going on. I'm probably gonna have to head out to the farm, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I got to get out there and get that wood piled up.
Yeah, good luck with that. That's a young man's game these days.
I know. I'm thinking about going down the road and hiring a couple neighborhood kids there, but they're a little assholes. I really don't want them. So.
It might actually do them good. Hard work for pay then. All right. Thank you guys. It was a good conversation. Talk to you guys in a little bit.
Yeah. See you later, Mike. But freaking, I don't think I'm going to buy any wood off this kid that I bought it from. Probably a quarter of the wood he brought me is freaking popple. Pissed me off. Popple doesn't burn good.
Where'd JJ go?
I don't know. He probably had to go pee. Hey, Coons. Mike does have interest. Mike is a very knowledgeable man. If he says something, he knows what he's talking about. He does not talk out his ass at all. So.
Mike, gotta go?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to go here in a couple minutes anyway. 10 minutes.
Yeah, I got to go out and see about piling that wood up, or maybe my brother needs some money. Maybe I'll go get him to come help me pile it, pay him a few bucks. But my brother, he got his deer first day he went out. 7-point buck. Yeah. 7 points. 4 on one side, and it was the one side of the horns was missing the brow tine. It just didn't develop. It ain't like it got broke off. It just didn't develop the horn that's closest to the head.
Yeah.
It didn't develop, so he ended up with a 7-point buck. But
a lot of people out here I know got theirs on the first or second day.
Yeah, my wife's daughter one of her daughters got hers on the first day. 2 of my friends got theirs on the first day, and the first day, it was the day I went out and didn't even want to hunt because it was too freaking warm. Well, I guess I was wrong, huh? You always learn. It's like I used to be that person that would, like you were saying, would get up in the morning and be in the woods 2 hours before the sunrise and everything. And then the day I got my very first deer ever, I was hunting with some friends, and we went to their parents' house to have a hunter's breakfast. Well, I was getting antsy, it's like, when we going? When we going? The sun's starting to, it's starting to get daylight. Well, when we going? Just settle down, boy. Settle down, boy. And he kept sitting there doing this out his window. I said, what are you doing? He said, you see them sheep over there across the road? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, they're laying down. He goes, when those sheep get up and start moving, he said, it'll be about the same time that the deer get up and start moving.
Ah.
And you would know, we went into the woods, and about an hour into the woods, I shot my first deer. Made sense, I guess.
Yeah.
So now, yeah, I'll get out in the woods. I try to get in the woods just before it comes. Well, if I'm going into the woods, I try to get in a little bit earlier, like you said, to get in there before anything starts moving around. But when I hunt where I normally hunt, which is, I literally have to walk 100 yards from my truck and sit down. Yeah, I get there just before it's time to start shooting.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to get up that early no more. Grab it fast. Hello, what's up, buddy?
That the last deer I shot a couple years ago, shooting time was about 6 o'clock, I think, but I was feeling lazy that day, and I didn't get down there until 7. Got out of my truck at 7 o'clock, 7:15. I was getting back in my truck because I'd already shot it. So you know.
If I'm being honest, too, I was kind of happy it was raining because I woke up this morning really like lazy and tired. I was like, I know I want to go out, but I really don't. Then I seen it rain. I was like, okay.
Yep. I literally do the same thing. There's just days where it's like, you know what? Well, there was a couple days this year so far that I've literally got up, went down, sat there for an hour, and then came home.
Mm-hmm. I've done that.
It's like, I know they're not coming out there in broad daylight, so.
And then, hunting on public land, you hear all these other people shooting, and you're like, it's just ruining it because now the deer are just scattering all over the place. They're not going to come near you.
No, the only way they're going to come near you is if somebody over there happens to shoot at them and they happen to be escaping past you.
Yeah.
And then you better be quick and have good aim.
Yep. And days like today, I know it because I've done it. You have to just about step on them to get them moving. And so if you're a person that goes out and sits in the woods, you're not going to see anything, or the odds are you're not going to. And if you're a stalker, and you're walking through the woods, when they jump up because you've almost stepped on them, they jump the shit out of you, and you don't think about shooting anyways.
Yeah. I mean, 9 times out of 10, they're shooting with, rear end towards you anyway, so you're not going to get a great shot.
No. Nope. One time I got a deer that was running away from me, and that's same thing though. I almost stepped on her. I stepped up on these trees that were crotched like that, and she had happened to be laying right down there. And I actually pulled my gun up before she jumped to scope out across. And then she jumped up and was right in front of me, and she was close enough, and she just happened to line herself up so it was right at the base of her neck. So I actually got lucky, though.
Yeah.
I was half expecting to miss.
Yeah, I was out for about 2-3 hours last year, and then I decided I don't want to be here no more, but let me start walking around to see if there's anything. And I was about 3-4 yards away from this doe that I didn't even know was there. She just got up and took off, and I'm like, I can't even try to get a shot.
Yeah, because once you moved, when you was just sitting there, she was like, oh, yeah, he's all right. Not doing nothing. But once you started moving, she's like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
He saw me.
And I don't know how the woods are by you, but they do a lot of logging here, and they leave the woods a mess. There's no real clear spot that you can walk without making some kind of noise or stepping on a twig or something. Everywhere you walk in, it's like walking on bubble wrap.
Yeah, you got some places like that around here. But like I said, I mostly hunt the 30 acres of my buddy's land up there. So
yeah,
there's fallen trees and stuff. It hasn't been logged in forever, so there's no downed, all the down trees and stuff are stuff that's naturally fallen down. But
yeah, the loggers left the woods a wreck. They were actually doing it one year during turkey season, and then they just kept on through deer season. I'm like, you had all summer to do this. Why are you doing this now?
Yep.
I mean, they weren't cutting trees down then. They were just using those machines to pick up the logs and everything and moving the logs, but it's freaking noisy.
Yeah, but around here, I know from working in the woods, when I was in my late teens and stuff, I'd be driving skidder through the woods, dragging trees, and I would have deer coming out and looking at me going, hey, what you doing? They get so used to that type of noise, and they know that it's not dangerous, that they get curious anyways.
Yeah.
They will actually stand there and watch. I don't know how many times I've just gone by and seen a deer, just stand there in the woods watching me drag freaking trees out through, taking them out to the yard and stuff, and not spook, not turn around and run off or anything like that. Just stand there and watch me go. Because deer are curious animals. So.
Yeah, they are. I had 3 or 4 walk up on me about 10 yards when I was taking a nap turkey hunt. I opened my eyes, and they just staying there staring at me like.
Yeah.
I'm like, why can't you do that in freaking November?
But I don't care who you are and how many years you've hunted, and you will never totally 100% figure out deer.
No.
You got what works for you, and it seems to work for you, but that's like the being quiet in the woods. First deer I ever shot, I had a cold. I was standing there, my leg up on a rock, smoking a cigarette, hacking my freaking brains out, and I looked up, and there's that little buck walking right at me.
Yeah.
So
that's Carol's son. This year, he was sitting down, watching a podcast, having a cigarette, decided to stand up and stretch, turned around, there was a buck there.
Yep. And it's like the smoking around here. Smoke ain't gonna scare, the deer around here because I'm out in the pucker brush. You've got all kinds of people out here that have bonfires and stuff like that all the time.
Yeah.
So, and the wood stoves, half of the people up here burn wood. So, that smoke comes out, and if you got a downdraft day, it's going down. You don't see deer scatter, and they're used to those smells. So that type of smell. Now, if you was hunting, somewhere where they don't burn wood, then yeah, a little bit of smoke might bother them. But
yeah, I agree with you, MD. That's funny though, but I do agree with you.
have a calendar. No one. Well, see, what happens up here in Maine is the first Saturday that you can hunt is Youth Day only. All right, where the adult can go out and the adult can carry a gun, but the kid's the one. They have to have a junior hunting license, and they're the ones that are supposed to shoot. The adult has the gun in case, the kid shoots it wrong or whatever. But and then the very next Saturday is Mainers only day, residents only. And I'm a true believer that after that, there's been so many shots in the woods that they know, hey, hunting season's going on.
Mm-hmm. That's a pretty good idea. That the adult can carry a gun when it's youth season. Here, you can't. Even when I was taking my son out for youth season, even if I carried his gun, I'd get in trouble.
Yeah. Nope.
He had to carry it.
We can have a gun, but we can't be more than 20 feet. I think it's 20 feet from the youth that we're hunting with on Youth Day. After Youth Day, your youth has to be within eyesight of you. Like you can actually set them on one side of the field and you can go to the other side of the field. As long as you can see them, it's legal. But on Youth Day, you can't be more than 25 feet from them or something like that.
Yeah, you can be right next to him here. Youth season ends at the age of 16.
Yep.
But at 17, he still can't go out by himself.
Really?
He still has to be with me or somebody, an adult or something. But once he turns 18, then he can go out by himself.
Now, here, once you're done a youth, you can go by yourself.
Yeah, the laws are strange here.
And I believe at the age of 16, you have the option of either your youth or your adult license.
Mm.
So we also, Maine has an apprenticeship license also. Whereas if you've never hunted before, you can get an apprentice license, and it's basically just like you have a youth license. You have to go with somebody that knows what the hell they're doing. And
I'll tell you, MD, it's a great feeling when you go out with your kid and they get their first kill. Oh my God. I was so happy when my son got his first. He got a huge 9-inch beard. I think it was an 1.5 inch claw thing. I was so happy. Well, it's 10 o'clock and I got to run and do my stuff.
All righty. I got to get doing some shit too.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could sit here all day and talk, but my wife will have something to say about that then.
See, that's when you tell her, I'm supposed to be hunting anyway, so shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm married. I know how well that would go over.
Yeah. Not well. All right. Well, thanks for coming up, guys. Appreciate it.
All righty.
See ya.
See you all later.
See you later. Everybody in chat, thanks for stopping in. Grab it fast. I'll see you again, I hope. It was good to see you here. Bye, guys.